Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Bleach, chapter 574. And as usual, this is a pretty simple chapter. Alright, Gremmy, he heals that cut that he got from Kenpachi, and he starts blabbering away about his imagination, and oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can imagine this, I can imagine that, blah, 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 my imagination, blah, blah, blah. He just kept talking about it, alright, who cares, alright, seriously. Um, there were some fodder soul reapers at one point. They mentioned how Kenpachi showed up, but they didn't actually sense his spiritual pressure initially, so that's interesting. I guess it would have my first thought is like some ascendant, transcendent crap, like with Aizen and Ichigo. Like he's just so much stronger than them that they couldn't sense him. And then I guess maybe after that he put his eye patch on or something like that. Then he got weaker, which allowed them to sense him. But I don't know why they wouldn't have been able to sense him until the um, platform. Yeah, the platform. That's what I was looking for. So I don't know why they wouldn't have been able to sense him until the platform got brought up. They should have. I don't know. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is the ascendant, transcendent stuff, and how he's just too powerful for them to be able to sense. But who knows, really? It's probably something like that. Um, yeah. Um, Grammy said something really stupid in this chapter. He said that people are never able to understand the full extent of his power. And the reason that that's a stupid comment is because he himself doesn't understand the full extent of his power. Right? This dude keeps bragging about his imagination, but he fails to realize that all he has to do is imagine that Kenpachi dies. Right? The dude's got the freaking death note in his head. All he has to do is think Kenpachi dies of a heart attack in 2 seconds, and then it'll happen. All he has to do is imagine all the Soul Reapers die in 2 seconds. The Quincy's win the war. Like that's all he has to do. Like, but he's not doing it. So he's the one who doesn't understand the full extent of his abilities. I mean, granted, it's possible that it's not that he's an idiot. It's possible that he's just that his ability it has limits. So that's a possibility, but it's also incredibly possible that he's just a moron. So I mean, instead of trying to kill Kenpachi with his power, he tries to he creates this cube of water, and Kenpachi gets caught in it. He used fissure, but he couldn't get that one-hit KO. Right? That it's that high miss rate, like the low accuracy, man. Fissure. Kenpachi falls in, but it doesn't actually do anything to him. After Kenpachi got put into the crevice, Grammy tried to flood it out and drown him, but he just comes back out. He's perfectly fine. He has Yachiru with him too, and he says that because Grammy was focused so much on him, he forgot to continue thinking about Yachiru, which means that next chapter, if he really did do something to Isane to make her think that Kensei and Rose are dead, then that should be undone because he was focusing too much on Kenpachi. But there's also the chance that they really are dead, so. But, I mean, I don't really care about Bleach at this point, really. And apparently neither does Yachiru, because you saw, the couple times we saw in this chapter, her facial expression, she just didn't care at all. She's just like she looks so bored. Like Kenpachi's just carrying her, and she's like, "Can we just get this over with? Like, seriously, can we move on to the next battle? Can Ichigo show up, please? Like that's what she's waiting for. She's waiting for Ichigo. All right, but that's that's really it for the chapter. Nothing too interesting here. So I'll give it a 6 out of 10, I guess. Like a 5.5, actually. I'll give it a 5.5 because it was just stupid. Because that stupid comment Grammy had, plus the lack of story progression. There was one or two attacks in the entire chapter, and everything else was meaningless talking. That didn't really do anything. I mean, Kenpachi at the end, that one line that he had, important, I guess, but like other than that, there wasn't much talking in this chapter that was actually necessary and relevant. So I'll give the chapter 5.5 out of 10, and that's that. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.